manifest flow. I manifest flow. There's no abundance flow. There's no abundance flow. I manifest my flow. I manifest my flow. Now watch me grow. I manifest flow. I manifest flow. There's no abundance flow. There's no abundance flow. I manifest my flow. I manifest my flow. Now watch me grow. Abundance that flow through me, deep down within me, is grounded and rooted in me. When I speak, the force seals it, and done with crafted skills of grace. I see the golden aura of light that's around my enemy. 'Cause I manifest flow. I manifest flow. There's no abundance flow. There's no abundance flow. I manifest.
Welcome, everyone. It is your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Go ahead and chime on in. Everyone chime on in. Waiting for some of us to come on in. Let's live today. Right here in the DMV, the East Coast. Yes, it's your girl, your birthing doula, your spiritualist, your herbalist, and so much more. Your psalmist, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Podcast Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. For those that are just chiming on in, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and let's get it started. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and let's get it started. We're going to be on some a deep topic today pertaining to teen takeover. I know some of you guys probably trying to figure out, what does that mean, teen takeover? Well, we are on the topic of today of teen takeover. This is season 4, episode 2, as in teen takeover. So make sure you go ahead and share this podcast and share this platform coming from off of TikTok. Again, I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, your psalmist, and so much more. It's been a minute, and I do apologize for last week. But last week was very busy. We were supposed to do the podcast then. However, for those who know, we were very, very busy. And for some who celebrate Easter, and for others who might celebrate resurrection, however you put forth, and other kids, they were out for a spring break in some places. So again, that was the time to just basically spend time with family. And plus, before I get started on the topic, I just want to give a spiritual shout out to my brother who is ascended, who is an ancestor, Eric Jones Jr. I celebrated his birthday on April 4th with my family, my mother, my daughter, and others. Had an emotional moment, but that's okay, because during the process of doing this celebration, it came with many blessings, many revelations, and so much more. But with that being said, we're not going to be on here too long tonight, but just to talk about the teen takeover. Now, the discussion of the teen takeover, as I'm preparing myself, let me make sure I mention this. All information that is being said on the live, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only and educational purpose only, with informations that are factual. I had to make sure I say that, because you know how TikTok and other social media streams, they like to tend to clock you. So let me make sure I stay on point with that. But with that being said, the teen takeover thing. How many of you guys noticed within a week and a half ago that across certain parts of the nation, there was a teen takeover? And so much was going on where you've seen a lot of authorities trying to stop the teens for having altercations. And I mean, it was very wild. And not just that, it took to a certain degree that it became so wild that nationwide, they had to start putting some mandates with a lot of the companies or the facilities around the area. And so, prime example for those who heard, and I'm going to mention one of the greatest theme parks in the East Coast, which is King's Dominion. They have, since they're going to begin starting to open, have to put a very heavy mandate on their park due to the fact of, the talk around escalating on other social media platforms about a teen takeover. And that's a serious thing. And so with that being said, a lot of the teens, and this is not all, this is only for some, have been out here planning, plotting, and strategizing on when and where and how they should go about the teen takeover. It kind of takes me back to this, little movie I was watching, a cartoon movie years ago. I cannot remember the name of it. And it showed where it reminded you, what if adults weren't around? It was almost like, matter of fact, I think it was like Little Rascals, or was it Rugrats? One of the two, that actually when you seen that there were teens and no adults around. And so with that being said, that goes to show why it's so important that for parents and guardians to be mindful and be watchful of their children. We all have to do this, because if the kids are going out here doing things where it's causing endangerment to themselves, the environment, and it causes, the law enforcement to come out and have to do things that they shouldn't have. And now this is one of the reasons why in the US, where they're starting to have or make a mandate of curfews. For a lot of parents that will be unaware, for some, it's already set in stone for those who are in certain states, and certain states have their own county that has their own laws and policies and the way how they do things. However, again, this goes to show why it's so important to make sure that we not only educate ourselves, but we self-educate our children, why it is so important to be a great influencer and not someone who is just rebellion, prematurely. And so with that being said, to all parents and guardians out there, make sure that you, including myself, that we are really taking the time to go out and not just educate our own children and keep them mindful of what's going on, but also to let them know that be careful, because it's very, very dangerous now when you going out in public, and you have to be concerned for your children. A lot of times they want to go and they desire to go to certain events, that are going on, like concerts and other, festival events that might pertain to family events or adult teens and mid-young teens and whatever this event may be. Yet, again, we have teens that are going out here doing things like we've seen on the videos. For those who haven't had a chance, I would definitely make sure I put up a split video later on to show you what's been going on. And the crazy thing it is, other medias have posted this and talked about it. How is it that the kids now are just, what's the word for it? The kids are out here really just doing some damaging things. And it's not all of them. It's not all the children, but they can be influenced by those who are doing things that may not be in a manner where it could jeopardize your life. I mean, it was so bad to the point that when you sit back and you watch the video, you notice that a lot of them were out here having altercations. It was in groups, massive groups on one individual. They're running from the authorities. Then they turn around, they fighting the authorities back. I mean, it was just so much going on. And it just took me back to the point. It's like, this is what we're going to be dealing with in society today. Is this what we're going to be going on and continue to go through in our community, in the nation? Because it makes it seem like we don't have any type of control over what is going on, even with our children. Is this the reason why this teen takeover? Maybe it could be because maybe they feel that, okay, we bottled up all this. We can't do it in the schools because now the schools are restricted, because a lot of the schools now, if you notice, they have security. They have real law enforcement that are there, and they definitely make sure that they are tight and gripping because of past situations dealing with, other confrontations with other teens and other children and whatever the matter would have been, because it always starts from school. In other places, it was only start in your community. It will start at home, in your community area. But now it's gotten to the point where it's escalating even more outside of that. And that is something that we as a community, as a people, we really, truly have to stay grounded and rooted and make sure that we stay on them. And for those who are parents and guardians, don't take this the wrong way. But for some of us, we don't stay on our children as we should. And what I mean by that, we don't stay grounded and rooted on them in a manner where they are aware that we hold them accountable. Some of us, we do teach our children to be accountable. We do tell them and let them know, hey, if this occurs, this will happen. This is the consequences that come with it. And a lot of times they don't, the mass majority of them, it doesn't care. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. They don't care. It doesn't matter. They're willing to take that chance. It's not a stop, think about it moment where you have like a 2-minute break. No, it's, I'm going to do it. This is what we're going to do. And this is why it's going to be done. So that is one of the reasons why teens are taking over. They are taking over in massive groups to the point where, my heart goes out for some of the parents and for, some of these teens that are out here that's really trying to do their best, because it's making it look like they're gangs, and they're not. And not even just that, they are implementing laws. So for those who need to really dig into their kids, please do so. They are digging in our kids now with the laws that are going to hold them as an adult. An adult. Again, it's going to hold them as an adult. And so with that being said, that is something that we have to really, truly take time to pay attention to. Seriously. Like, okay, people choose what and who and why they desire to follow, right? With that being said, that same thing goes here. And my prayer is that this will reach the masses so that we can all be aware and to be watchful. I'm not expecting, nor do I expect all of us to jump on board, because majority of us are not going to jump on board. We're going to say we're going to mind our business and leave whatever else is alone. But let me share something with you. You can mind your business all day long. All day long. And at the end of the day, it's still going to come right in your back door and your front door. That goes for me too. That goes for you too. So this is why it's important that these laws are about to be hammered down on our children. And the laws are not only going to affect the children, they're already affecting us as the guardians, as the parents. I don't even like to use the word parents, because when I hear that, I hear the word pair and rent. We're not renting our children. Our children is ours. Come from our loin, our DNA, our blood, our flesh. Yes. So that's why it's so important that we really get into our kids and remind them, hey, there's laws out here now they're trying to enforce. Majority of it, they are already enforced. There are laws. So again, for all guardians out here, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, grandmas, grandfathers, whoever you may be, please, let's make sure that we are staying together as a community, as a whole, so that we can just be on our kids so that it can excel in greater levels and not falter on the other side. Because our kids, we already combating with them because now we have the system trying to tell us how to raise our kids, telling us what we need to do and why do we need that? Why? Back in the day, I remember growing up, the community did that. There was no law. The people, the community did that. They checked the parents, they checked the child or children's, they checked them and hold them and held them accountable. So with that being said, again, let's be mindful why it is so important that we pay attention to our future. This teen takeover should not be going like this. It shouldn't. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold us too long tonight, but later on this weekend, we're going to play a little fun and games for those who are on TikTok. Shout out to those who continue to follow me on TikTok. Shout out to my hubby. I see you on here being very supportive, and I give all my love to you as always. Again, let's make sure that we stay in tune and stay in touch. But I definitely will be getting on here and try to play little games and be more participating with those and try to do a little requests more often so that we can build together, that I can build too as well, and to get to know others and get to know you a little bit more. But with that being said, make sure you tune in on Thursdays or Fridays, Eastern Standard Time at 7 p.m. and GM time, 1 p.m. Pacific at 4. You know what the deal is. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Not going to hold you again long, but thank you for tuning in on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. If you're looking for a birth and doula, you can definitely reach out and contact us on Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. We are a birth and doula. Yes, we are birth and doulas. We help you spiritually, physically, and mentally. We help you with some healing herbs and essential oils that may be needed for the body, not just for the pregnancy, but even for your spouse or your children you already had. We are also here for first-time moms and past moms too as well. So it doesn't matter. We are here to support you and the family and to show love. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share again. And if you also looking for to purchase any sea moss, you can definitely hit up your sister, myself, right here. As always, you can hit me up on my Linktree page, or you can get on my bio if you on TikTok or other stream platforms. And you can follow me on Linktree/Cynthia.gospel. All my information is up there. You will also see Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula connected to it as well. Again, your sister is trying to get back into the groove. So definitely continue to be patient with me as the season getting ready to just start cooking and being on fire. I am excited. Stay tuned for more other things. Oh, and why it's on my mind. For those who haven't had a chance, next week I will be definitely make sure that I chime in my sister who has a book that is out, and I'm very proud of her. She is also one of the co-founders of Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula, Tacha. And I'm so proud of her having a book that is out. So I would make sure that I will also share that on my platform and make sure that's circled around on the video as well. But don't be a stranger. Make sure you hit us up, and we are here. Don't be a stranger. I'm going to repeat that. Hit us up when you get a chance. But I thank you guys for always supporting, always giving acknowledgement, always making sure that we are holding us women accountable, not excluding the men, because we are all a community. We all a people, and I salute you. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude to all those who forever and continue to share love with me. I thank you guys for joining in tonight. Make sure, again, you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Thanks, TikTok. Sending my love to you guys. Thank you to my love.
I
Love
manifest
you.
flow. I manifest flow. There's no abundance flow. There's no abundance
And listen to this song too while I'm getting ready to take y'all out.
Now watch me grow.
Written by yours truly,
Manifest flow.
Jay.
There's no abundance flow. I manifest my flow. Now watch me grow. I manifest my flow. I manifest my flow. Oh, the energy I carry is abundance that flow through me. Deep within me is grounded and rooted in me. When I speak, the force seals it and done with craft and skills of grace. I see the golden aura of light that's around my enemy. 'Cause I manifest it. There's no abundance flow. I manifest my flow. Now watch me grow. I manifest flow. There's no abundance flow. I manifest my flow. Now watch me grow. I manifest my life. I manifest my life. The energy I carry, there's no abundance flow. I manifest my flow. Now watch me grow. I manifest my flow. There's no abundance flow. Watch my flow. Now watch me grow. I manifest my flow.
My story is for your glory. My story is for your glory.